giving us more understanding from your word, more resolve to serve you in spirit and in truth, more resolve to have conquered and achieved victory, and even reaching for self-perfection in this time of trouble that we are going to face. We pray, dear Lord, that the presence of holy angels will continue to be with us today. These blessings we ask in Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen. Now, just before the baptism, we have started Daniel chapter 8. Daniel chapter 8. Daniel, the book of Daniel, is a very lovely book. Very, very lovely book. Daniel chapter 8 deals a lot Daniel chapter 8, from Daniel chapter 8, from verse 2 to, from chapter 2 to chapter 6, deals a lot with rights and freedoms. Daniel chapter 1 starts off with the kind of diet that you and I need to study the prophecies and also the lovely spiritual truths of the Bible. So, what Daniel did is that from chapter 1, it deals with the diet that you and I, as people in the last days, are supposed to have. And that diet that we are supposed to have in the last days is something called a vegan diet. I didn't say a vegetarian diet. I said that saints in the last days who is supposed to see Christ coming in power and great glory are supposed to have something called a vegan diet. When you say that your diet is vegan, not vegetarian, because there are a lot of people that have vegetarian diets and they still include animal products in their diets, meaning that they take milk from the animals, they eat their cheese, they might not eat fish, they might eat other animal derived food. It has a lot of different vegetarian diets outside. It has some that don't use fish. It has some that don't use no milk. It has some that use egg but fish. It has some that use fish but no meat. I'm not talking about a vegetarian diet. I'm talking about a vegan diet. So you ask me, Sister Del, what is a vegan diet? A vegan diet is a diet that has no animal meats, neither any derivatives from animal, and any such alike. That is what you call a vegan diet. Even though some people say that fish is meat, you don't even include fish in your diet. So, Daniel chapter 1 starts off with you and I having a vegan diet. And then, when we finish Daniel chapter 1, Daniel chapter 2 starts off. It starts off with a prophecy of 4 world empires: Babylon, the Medes and the Persian that came after Babylon, Greece, and also Rome. And it took from the pagan Roman Empire and reached into the papal power that ruled, and we also saw that 10 European nations came up as well. So, from Daniel chapter 2 to Daniel chapter 6 deals with a lot about rights and freedoms. You want to learn rights and freedoms? Go to Daniel chapter 2 to Daniel chapter 6. After God gave you the diet that you're supposed to have to study the prophecies, and He show you what is the right diet you're supposed to have to study the prophecies, He starts off with your rights and freedoms. Imagine Daniel 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 deals a lot with rights and freedoms. But when we finish Daniel chapter 6, when we reach to Daniel chapter 7, it takes a different turn. It comes off of the rights and freedom, because the rights and freedom is supposed to bring us to every tone. Right? We study a lot about the rights and freedoms. We study what is religious liberty. We study what is your freedoms. We study what is your rights. We study if God have rights. We study if God is in heaven, should He be ruling on the earth, and how does He rule on the earth if He's in heaven. And we call that the externalization of the hierarchy of God. We study all of that. And when we reach in Daniel chapter 7, Daniel chapter 7 starts off with something called the investigative judgment. And you ask me, well, Sister Dell, what is the investigative judgment? Well, the investigative judgment is a work that God is doing on your and my behalf. So the investigative judgment is a work that God is doing on behalf of you and I. That is why when we reach Daniel chapter 7, Daniel chapter 7 brings us to the investigative judgment. And then when we look at the center text of Daniel chapter 7, what do we see? We see that the center text of Daniel chapter 7 is Daniel chapter 7 verse 26. And the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume it unto the end. So we start off in Daniel chapter 7 with the investigative judgment. So you say, well, Sister Del, well, you know, we have been studying rights and freedoms from Daniel chapter 2 to Daniel chapter 6. What do you think is the purpose of bringing in now Daniel chapter 7 and bringing the investigative judgment in Daniel chapter 7? Do you know that learning all of this from Daniel chapter 2 to Daniel chapter 6 is to help you to understand what is going on in regards to the investigative judgment and understand what is going on in regards to the papacy? Amen. Do you know that? Yes. So Daniel chapter 7 verse 26 is the center text of Daniel chapter 7. But Daniel chapter 7 verse 26 leads us to the center text of the whole book of Daniel. Sister Joan, what is the center text of the whole book of Daniel? Sister Joan, what is the center text of the whole book of Daniel? I have said it so much time, Sister Joan memorized it by heart. Huh? No. Sister Joan forgot.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 26.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 26 is the leader to the center text of the whole book of Daniel. So I want to know, what is the center text of the whole book of Daniel? Sister Ashley, tell me Daniel 8:40. Let's turn to Daniel chapter 8 verse 40.
Yes, say the same thing, sister. Daniel 8.
Amen, amen, amen. So let's look at Daniel chapter 8 and verse 40. So let me just give you a backdrop before we read Daniel chapter 8 verse 14. Daniel chapter 8, 11, 12, 13 deals with something called the papacy. And when Daniel chapter 8 verse 11, verse 12, verse 13, when Daniel chapter 8 verse 11 to verse 13 deals with the papacy, it comes down to Daniel chapter 8 verse 14. And when he finished give us about the papacy and what the papacy does, Daniel chapter 8 verse 14 tells us this. Let us see the center text of the whole book of Daniel. Daniel chapter 8 verse 14. Now the word unto there, you will put until instead of unto, and he said unto me unto, it is supposed to be until. So if you're saying until this 1844 here is supposed to be the until or unto, right? So when you're reading, right, when you're reading, and he said unto me until or unto 2,300 days, let me just put this here. Right? We're getting something here called the sanctuary. Let's spell this right? Yeah. Right, so the text that we are going to read there, it says unto or until 2,300 days, then, it is only then shall the sanctuary be cleansed, right? Just put this. So, Daniel 8 verse 14. Until or unto 2,300 days, then it is only until the 2,300 days come to an end, it is only then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. And I'm giving you the time. This here, on top here, is supposed to be the year that the sanctuary was cleansed. Okay? It is only when we reach this year, 1844, when the 2,300 days came to an end. It is only until this time that the sanctuary was cleansed. Let me just put the beginning of this thing here. 4, 5, 7. Okay. This is a prophecy that is spoken about in Daniel. This prophecy starts from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem. Right? Now I am going back to this because I want to establish how you start with the 457. So we're going to start, I'm going to start back from the 457, but I would just want to establish before with the 2300 days or years, or the ending of the 2300 days or years. Let's read it in Daniel chapter 8 verse 14. And Daniel chapter 8 verse 14 is not to be read like this. I'm going to read it, and this is not how you read Daniel chapter 8 verse 14. Let me read it, right? Don't read it yet. It says, and he said unto me, until 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. You're not supposed to read Daniel chapter 8 verse 14 like that. Daniel chapter 8 verse 14 is supposed to be read with a certain emphasis. That with the emphasis that you're putting on Daniel chapter 8 verse 14 will show you this scenario here. If you read it like this, and he said unto me, until 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed, you're not getting an idea so much of what we are looking at here. So let us look at Daniel chapter 8 and let us read it in the right way that we'll be able to get this here out of it, right? Daniel chapter 8 verse 14. It says here, and he said unto me, until, watch me now, until or unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. You all are hearing it? Right, so let me read it again. And he said unto me, which is Daniel speaking here, right? Until 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. So the sanctuary is being cleansed around here. You'll understand, right? You'll understand it, right? And this text is the center text of the whole book of Daniel. This is the center text of the whole book of Daniel. So, you ask me, Sister Del, right now there's not a sanctuary on the earth. Israel has long passed as a nation. It does not have a priest there killing the lamb. Christ is our faithful high priest. He's there in heaven doing the work of actually blotting out, giving us faith for victory, justifying, sanctifying. You ask yourself, why? Why does it say that there's a sanctuary to be cleansed? Why? Why is there a sanctuary to be cleansed? There's not a sanctuary on earth. There's not a priest on earth right now. The priest is not taking blood and going in the first apartment. The priest is not taking blood and going into the second apartment. Why now? 2,300 days. Why it is then that the sanctuary is supposed to be cleansed? Well, we go a little further up to understand what we now read in Daniel chapter 8 verse 14. Let us look further up to see something there.
But the time that you have on the board is the time that highlights in between where the 2,300 days are, the 457 to 1844. That's the time that 2,300 days is highlighted in the middle of that.
Yes.
Could you tell me, to know what 457, what transpired there, that point there, and 1844? Refresh your mind what happened here.
Right. So 457, we get that in Ezra chapter 7, from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem. Remember, Jerusalem was destroyed at one point in time? And then we had the kingdom of the Medes and the Persians. And the Medes and the Persians helped Ezra and Nehemiah to go back and build the state, a semi-autonomous state. Artaxerxes Longimanus. No, you see, everybody have a question mark on the right. So what I will do, right, this is the starting of the 2300 days. I'm going to establish this.
Eventually.
Yes, eventually, right? But this is the starting. We started from the going forth of the commandment to restore to build Jerusalem, right? And this really starts from Ezra chapter 7. You can read Ezra chapter 7, the whole chapter, Ezra chapter 6, right? Nehemiah to establish here. From here, we get the starting of the 2300 days or years prophecy. But it ends here in 1844, and this is what I was trying to establish. Until then, until this 1844 comes, it is then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. But what we are going to look at is what is the sanctuary to be cleansed if there was a sanctuary on the earth. There was no sanctuary on the earth in 1844 and there still is not. So what is supposed to be cleansed? Right? What is supposed to be cleansed? Let's look higher up in Daniel chapter 8. Daniel chapter 8. Daniel chapter 8. Let's read from verse 10. Look at this very carefully. And when you're looking at this very carefully, remember what Brother Medina said this morning. Right? Remember what Brother Medina said this morning. The priest in that office and that Roman Catholic is a persecutive power. It will come back again. Look at what is happening in Daniel chapter 8. Let's go. Verse 10. We're talking about a little horn. Where's the little horn? Who's the little horn? You what? Right, the little horn, papacy. It's spoken of in Daniel chapter 8 verse 9. Now we go to Daniel chapter 8 verse 10. And it waxed great, which is the papacy, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down the host of the stars to the ground, and it stamped upon them. Who is the host? The host here is a large amount of Christians. This papacy persecuted a lot of Christians. That is the host of heaven, right? That he persecuted a large amount of Christians. In this prophecy here that we have, we put this time as, how many time? How many time? From what? To what? So we put a time frame, a little bit of what is taking place in Daniel that we read in here, right? So we know what is going on here in Daniel chapter 8, right? From verse 10 will take place between the year what?
538.
So what?
1790.
So we have a date now of what Daniel is saying here. We know in history it starts from 538 to what?
1790.
Let's read the text again. Now listen. I had to go over these things over and over and over. So if it is new to you and you get in a little trouble, no problem. That is how prophecy is. Prophecy is something that you have to go over and over and over. The figures you have to go it over and over and over and over, right? Let's go in verse 10 again and let's identify this time in history from 538 to 1798, 1,260 years, where the stars of heaven or Christians was being persecuted in history. Let's start. Verse 10. And it waxed great even to the host of heaven, and it cast down the course of the stars to the ground, and it stamped upon them. So here we see it gives us a figurative thing. You're seeing the stars of heaven. You can't reach the stars of heaven. He take the stars of heaven, he put it on the ground, and he trampled upon it. The Bible is showing that the stars of heaven is Christians. So it is the Christians that he's taking and persecuting by trampling upon them. Right? Now, let me just identify this. The papal Roman Empire is not only, or was not only a persecuted power, the pagan Roman Empire was persecuted too. Nero wasn't a pagan empire. Was Nero a pagan empire? Wasn't Nero from the Roman Empire? Did Nero kill a lot of Christians?
Yes.
Right. The pagan as well as the papal Roman Empire, they were persecuted.
Yes.
But we're talking about the persecution. 538 to 1790, he trampled the stars of heaven, the Christians, he take them and he persecute them. Let us see what happened.
But Sister Ben, the text says, right, that it's cast down, right, some of the host and of the stars. The host and the stars is the same thing, right?
Same
Christians,
thing.
right?
Yes,
Just
the host and the stars. Right. Very good. Let's read verse 11 now. Let's read verse 11. Let's read verse 11, and 11 will bring a little light on this scenario here. Verse 11 will bring a little more light on this here. Let's read verse 11. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host. So the little horn, not only did he trample upon the saints, which is the stars of heaven, but he magnified himself against the prince of the stars of heaven. Who is the prince of the stars of heaven? Huh? Did he claim to be God on earth? Did he claim to forgive sins? But I'm not lying on him. So what he did is that he magnified himself before the prince of the host. And what he did is that he trampled upon the stars and he trampled upon the host. Let's see again. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host. And from him, you see that by there? And by him. It's supposed to be and from him and from the prince of the host. The daily was taken away. That daily is the daily ministration of Christ was taken away. But could he go in heaven and take away the daily ministration of Christ? Christ is still there. He's still there ministering. But how did he take it away? What he did is that he persecuted the saints. And by persecuting the saints lost sight of where Christ was ministering, doing the daily ministration. You see, under persecution, you and I can give up a lot of truths. Under persecution, you and I can give up the faith. So what he did for this time, 1,260 years, is that he persecute and banned the Bible, and a lot of truths was lost. A lot of beautiful truths was lost. Justification was lost. Sanctification was lost. Faith was lost. Providential grace was lost. The state of man was lost. The Godhead was lost. That persecution, that terrible persecution over a period of time, the saints lost where Christ was in heaven, where the faithful high priest was in heaven. So what he did is that he persecuted and the saints lost sight of where he was. And the Bible said that the daily ministration of Christ was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. So instead of men looking to heaven, where Christ is, in the first apartment or second apartment, depending upon the time you were in, they would now be looking to the earth. And they say, you know what? The paper say, you know what? They have a little box right on the altar. He said, Christ right inside of there, in the sanctuary. And all the ministration that is supposed to take place with that sanctuary, he take it from Christ and put it onto himself. So instead of people going to Christ now to ask for forgiveness of sin, they're going to the man or the priest on the earth to ask for forgiveness of sins. So what he did is that he took the place of the sanctuary where Christ is supposed to be ministering, and he put it right down to the earth. So instead of Christ looking to, instead of us looking to Christ in heaven, we are now looking on the earth in that box. Let's read on. It says, I'll read verse 11 again. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and from the prince of the host, the daily ministration, the ministration of the truths of Jesus Christ. When you're talking about the daily ministration, it's the daily ministration of the truths of Jesus Christ. Now Christ is supposed to, if you go to Christ, the Bible says Christ is our faithful high priest. If we have sinned, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, our righteous. in the apartments ministering grace to us. If you take away that and you put it onto the earth and say you can forgive sin and you have to, we have to go and tell our sins to the priest, it means that you take away that place from where Christ is and you brought it down to the earth. Not literally, but in the minds of the individual. So where did he cast it down? He didn't cast it down by going to heaven. He can't reach to heaven. No one reached to heaven as yet. What he did is that in the minds of the host, in the minds of the stars, in the minds of the Christian, he cast down the ministration of Jesus Christ. You see how the office of the paper says blasphemy?
Yes.
You see how it is blasphemy? So instead of you going to Christ and asking for forgiveness of sins and truths to help you in time of need and asking for justification and experiencing justification, you would have to now be looking to this man and asking for justification and asking for forgiveness of sin. And he, right there in that office, is playing God on it because he said he's the substitute Christ. And he persecutes, and he persecutes, and he persecutes. He banned the Bible. You can have Bibles. What you have is a treasure. He banned the Bible. And all the beautiful truths about justification, sanctification, in the privacy of man, the Godhead, all of that was lost. So let us read. Now we are putting a setting to what is happening in Daniel chapter 8. Let's go. Here he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and from him, which is the prince of the host, the daily ministration was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary cast down in the minds of the saints. And an host was given to him, a large amount of people was given to him against the daily ministration by reason of transgression. So he didn't get people by keeping the law and preaching the truth, he gets it by transgression. So when you see people following that church, that Catholic church, and you see a lot of people, it is by transgression. It is true transgression. Right? And it was cast by reason of transgression, and it cast down to the truth, and it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and it prospered. So he did that for a long, long time. The daily ministration, or the continual, as it is called, was taken away from Christ. It was taken away and it was cast down in the minds of individuals. In the 18-something or the 17-something, people didn't know about justification by faith. It's a subjective thing and all that sort of thing. People was fighting to understand justification by faith. Pieces by pieces came to us. Truths, lovely truths was lost. You could not have a Bible. If you had a Bible, you would have been killed. And that persecution that happened from 538 to 1798 is going to come back. Do you and I have the character development to face it? This is what Brother Leader was speaking about this morning. The deadly wound will be healed. And all the world will wander after the beast. Let's read now from verse 13 now. Let's read verse 13 now. Daniel chapter 8 verse 13. Let's read verse 13. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, How long? How long? That how long is in regards to the sanctuary being cleansed. How long shall the sanctuary be cleansed? How long? Right? So let us read it back in the text. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, how long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice, or the daily ministration, or the continual as it is called, and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot? How long? How long all those truths will be lost? How long until we get back to finding out about justification, about sanctification, about the depravity of man? How long? Well, verse 14 tells us how long. Let's read verse 14. And he said unto me, until 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. You see, what he did in this time was to do something called an obscuring dominion. He obscured the truth in such a way people didn't understand what justification is. You and I have the systematic theology. You and I understand justification. You and I understand sanctification. A lot of people in those times didn't understand that. It is a blessing that you and I have now. So, until when shall all that obscurity happen? Until when? Until 2,300 daes. It is only then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. But did the sanctuary in heaven, did it get polluted? No. Huh? But where did the pollution came? Where did it pollute? Where was it lost? Where was it obscured? Anywhere? So, what God did is that when this time came, the saints understood something. They understood something. They understood. So, after 1844, at the end of the 2,300 days, 1844 brought to the mind of the saints something called an investigative judgment. Nearly all the world knew about this investigative judgment. But one little thing was hidden from the mind of the saints at that point in time. You see, if God was going to start something called an investigative judgment, and that work was a work that was supposed to be started on the church, and he wanted that important work to be known, what he did is that there was one little error, and I wouldn't say error, in the understanding of this investigative judgment. One thing is that they thought that Christ was leaving from heaven and coming to the earth. But what he was really doing is that he was really leaving one apartment, the first apartment that he went to when he resurrected, and he was going to the second apartment. But you see, he was going to start a very important work on the church. So he wanted us to understand this investigative judgment. So he put it in prophecy. Until this started, until 1844, then shall this sanctuary be cleansed. How was it cleansed? By the investigative judgment started. When 1844 came, at the end of the 2300 days, the saints understood about the investigative judgment. But when they understood about the investigative judgment, they have to understand what was the preparation, what was the nature of God, how does God call you, what does God do at the first calling, does He sanctify you or does He change you at that point in time? Is sanctification justification, which is the first word, or justification, or is sanctification a continuation of justification? And is sanctification a preparation to stand in the investigative judgment? So, what did the saints understood from 1844? They understood the investigative judgment. I'll just put IJ. Then they understood, coming back down, sanctification. Then they understood, coming down, what is that? Justification. Then they understood again. Huh? Huh? Then they understood. Then they understood. Huh? Then they understood. Huh? You see what understanding the investigative judgment, what it sparked in the saints? The saints actually, from coming to understand the investigative judgment in 1844, understood sanctification, justification, calling, providential grace, prevenient grace, the Godhead. Huh? So when it says, I'll take your hands in a while, let's go back to Daniel chapter 8. And he said unto me, until 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. You see, the obscuring pollution and the obscuring dominion that he had over the sanctuary, saying that this is the sanctuary on earth, and we're supposed to go and tell our sins to him, and we're supposed to pray to him, and that he is the substitute Christ. All of that was moved from the minds of the saints. So we don't expect you and I in 2017 to go and tell your sins stop priest. The obscuring dominion have moved. The obscuring dominion has gone. It's like if there was a veil on your face, and that veil was an obscuring dominion, and it wasn't seeing the truth. After 1844, all these beautiful truths is now moved. And you understand the truth in its purity. If you and I understand the truth in its purity, and you and I understand the gospel so clearly, it means that we are right for the second coming of Jesus Christ. We have the kind of truths to develop of 144,000. We have a kind of truths, a kind of understanding to develop a 144,000. Don't get lost. God didn't let us understand all of this for you to be idle. The different stages of sanctification, what you do with your personality trait, what you do in sanctification, all of that is important. Why do you think we're learning all of that? Why do you think God bring us all of that? Because He's going to come. And when He comes, if you're not ready and you have the full gospel back, or I would be the one that is found wanted. In 1844, this starting of this investigative judgment led to all of these beautiful truths. So you sit down and you hear Brother Medina, and he's begging you and I to be faithful in all things. And we say, it's just Brother Medina, it's just the truth. We will come next Sabbath and we'll hear it again. You know what Ellen White said? Ellen White said that the last events would be very rapid ones. You know what is rapid? Sometimes you hear something and it's just gone. And you and I would be caught without our garments on. The full gospel came back to you and I that we will develop a kind of character that will be part of something called the 144,000. The kind of understanding that we are understanding now is to develop such a people as this. It means, you know what? We are in the end. You know, after Christ made this statement to Daniel in Daniel 8:14, you know, it's 3 times he shows us in Daniel 8:14 that we are in the end. Let's look at it. Look at verse 17. Daniel 8, verse 17. So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid and fell on my face. And he said unto me, understand, O son of man, for at the time of the end shall be the division of the what? The 2300 days. So that means we are in the time of the end. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, are we in the time of the end?
Yes.
Alright, well, some people say, alright, I have always been hearing since I was small that we are in the time of the end. But let us see again later on in Daniel chapter 8, again that it says the end is the last end. Let's look at the last end. Let's look at verse 19. Let's look at verse 19. It says this. And he said, behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of the indignation, for the time appointed, the end shall be. So this vision that we were studying here in regards to the cleansing of the sanctuary from Daniel chapter 8 verse 14, it takes place in something called the end. And in case you say it is the end, but we still have an end to come, Daniel said it is the last end. We have been in the end from since 1798. What year are we in now? We have been in the end. And in this last end, or in this end, God intends to develop something called a 144,000. And what he does, he gave us the gospel that we would be able to develop into such a people. Don't find yourself like a sleeping virgin. Don't find yourself like a foolish virgin. Get the oil of the Holy Spirit. Get your character developed by the grace of God. Don't let trifle things beset you and let you fall and let you lose from that hope of eternal life. We are in the last end. What are you waiting on? You know, there's little trials and little temptations that you face and so on. Listen to me. The Bible says, do not think it a big thing that these things come to try. Don't think it's a big thing. You see, if we have to face spiritualistic miracles, I personally don't think half of us understood what Brother Melina was saying this morning. If we have to face spiritualistic miracles, we need a character that will be able to withstand that. The Bible says, if it were possible, even the very elect. So you know what, your little trials and your little temptation that it goes through in your daily life, that is nothing compared to what you're going to face now. And God is allowing you to go through that if you pass safe in that trial, He's not saying fall in the temptation and come back up it. He's saying that you pass it, deal with it with faith, look at it with faith, reason it with faith, resist it with faith. That is how you deal with yourself. When you do that and you gain a victory, every time you gain a victory is a development of character that you get. Every time you face a trial, development. When you pass it. You face a trial, development. You face a trial, development. When you face it, and you do not face it with faith, you fall. And sometimes it is hard sometimes to regain the kind of experience that you get before. So maintain. That is what sanctification is. Maintain the spirituality that you have, that you will be able to face the papacy. You are not going to face the papacy and you have a little problem with thoughts in your mind in regards to transgression. You're not going to face the papacy like that. You are going to accept the Sunday law. Are you hearing me? You are not going to accept the Sunday law. Okay? You have a problem with suspicion. You don't overcome that. You hear something about Brother Melina, you lose the faith. You have problems with not denying yourself, with sleep. The Sunday law comes, you don't deny yourself. Now is the time that you need to develop whatever you need to develop by the grace of God, okay? And face it with faith by the grace of God. Amen? Right. So, you ask me, Sister Dell, why do you speak like that? Because we are all in this together. I have my little thing that I have to deal with by God's grace. But I am not going to put it on my husband to deal with it for me. I need to take up my burden. We have enough. Amen? I'm there to support and help by the grace of God. Amen? So, you pray for me, I pray for you. Sanctify yourself, get spiritually grounded in the faith of Jesus Christ, develop your character by God's grace, your beautiful personality traits by the grace of God, and you will pass safe when that time of trial comes. So, what we're going to do next week, I'm going to start off from here again, but I want to come to here to show us something here. Right? Because there was a lot of disappointment that happened here. And the disappointment was very bad. And you know what? A lot of people lose the faith and they never will enter into eternal life. Right? So we will deal with all of that by God's grace, right? Amen. Don't worry, don't worry. Everything is going to be alright. You know, sometimes the church goes through trial, but don't worry, everything is going to be alright. I am seeing on the faces, Lord, will I make it? Yes, you will. Once you continue in the faith of Jesus Christ, okay? So have hope by God's grace, right? Amen. So let's have a word of prayer. Dear Lord in heaven, as we come before you this afternoon, we come before you, dear Father, rededicating our life to you, rededicating our service rededicating our calling to you, rededicating our mind to you, rededicating our thoughts to you, and praying that you have total control of all our thoughts, our actions, our words, our feelings, our works. But Lord, you have said in your word that we have to choose to have you in our thoughts, that you will rule in our thoughts. So personal love to you is very important. We pray, dear Lord, asking that you will have mercy upon us and forgive us where we have sinned against you in our thoughts, our words, our actions, our feelings. We pray, dear Lord, that you will justify us again and that you will make us righteous. We do understand, dear Father, that we are nothing and you are God alone. So please help us, dear Father, that we will continue to make you God alone to us. It is the only way we can be saved. There is no other way other than your way. You are the truth. You are the way. You are the life. So please have mercy upon us as we rededicate our life to you. Please help us, dear Father, to do the necessary preparation for this end time, this last end that we are in. Please give us achieved victory, conquering victory, and help us to come up to the status of seeing perfection. Please bless us this week with a gift of sinfulness. More than 1 day, more than 2 days, more than 3 days, more than 4 days, yet even for the rest of the week. Yes, Lord, sin-free perfection is indeed possible. And there are people that experience this, so please help us to experience this. We thank you, we love you, and we pray asking these things in no other name, but through Jesus Christ, our only hope and plan of salvation. Amen.